Alright, we're live here.
Alright, so guys, I know we're gonna be flooding your timeline today, and that's fine. I flood it every day. Whether you like it or not. It's not really an option. I just flood it, right? That's what we do.
Yes.
Right? So I'm here with my great friend Ife, who just dropped in. Right? Like airdrop style.
Yes, this is one of my favorite places to drop into, quite honestly. I would drop in here any day.
There you go. She come for some of her bubbly.
Yes.
She come to speak about, Women's Day.
Yeah.
And of course I'm gonna ask you, so it's gonna be in a little bit, I'm gonna ask you the question of the day.
Oh wow.
We're just celebrating womanhood. If you had a small win, what did you win this week? A small win, nothing. What did you do? Tell us about a small win that we can cheers.
There were several.
One is enough.
So I got called to do a speaking engagement, and I'm really excited about how the speaking business is starting to thrive.
So
yes.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Because that is something that I know for a fact, me and your friend as well, that it started as a kind of like on a volunteer basis type of stuff. You gave your time and your skills and your knowledge to, to audiences, different audience. So I'm really happy that now that it's turning, and we're cheers to that.
Yes.
Small wins. Let's make every day sparkle.
Yes.
And that's what we do.
Yeah, it's very exciting right now. I think now is a unique time for us women, and us island women especially, and our islandpreneurial women especially, to build really cool businesses, but also more importantly to celebrate each other and to grow together. It's a really awesome time, and I'm excited for you. You've been killing it.
Thank you. I've been working, but you know that those are all projects that's been in the pipeline for a
while.
long time.
But I told you the other day, I'm like, well, give somebody a break, right?
It's not the year of the break. What did I tell you?
It's not the year of the break.
The time is over.
Yes. And then for Linda as well, whenever I come in here, I get inspired with the beautiful clothing. The colors, the unique statement pieces, whether it's a necklace, whether it's a jumper, whether it's a dress. I mean, I wore something that broke the internet the other day from Linda.
It sure did. Sip and chat.
A week ago.
Wow.
Yes, a week ago. So very excited about everything that's happening. And even though it may be challenging times, it's the most opportune time to grow your business.
I saw on your feed that you also have an event coming up on Monday for Women's Day, political oriented, I believe, or women on that political arena.
Yes.
Right?
So Qualichi Politics is happening. It's going to be on Facebook Live, on the Power Agency's page, on Telem's page, on the University of St. Martin's page. It's going to be streamed live. As you know, the Power Agency also provides digital event services, and so we are proud to be a part of it in that way. And then I am very honored to be moderating this. We are celebrating and acknowledging women who are making a difference in politics, and there's so many, so we had to choose a few. So we have the Prime Minister, Silveria Jacobs, Honorable. We have Honorable MP Melissa Gums. We have the first Vice President of the Collectivité of Saint Martin. Yes,
a wealth of information.
Yes, we have the
experience.
Ombudsman. We have
Powerhouse.
It's a real amazing lineup, and I love to host these kinds of things. As you know, I'm a bit close to politics. I kind of grew up in it. I don't play in that space. But I think it's
But you can appreciate it.
I can appreciate it, and I think more so than appreciate it, I have a significant level of respect for women who are in that space, because the most difficult space to dominate, the most difficult space to succeed in as a woman, I would say, is politics.
Especially because it has been dominated by the male figure for so many years.
Yes.
You know, back in the 1800s,
Yes.
that's the male figure. I mean, I'm just saying.
And then on top of that, to your point, when you look at the criticisms of a woman in politics and the criticisms of a man in politics, is two very different things from my personal observation. So it takes a lot of strength to be in that kind of space, and Qualichi means strong woman, so I'm very honored to be a part of it in collaboration with the University of St. Martin and Tele.
So that is awesome because that brings me to the question of International Women's Day.
Oh Lord.
You know this, your theme is choose to challenge. #.
Oh Lord.
So we have to choose to challenge something that, you know, is not our norm. Women are breaking barriers. During the pandemic, we saw a rise in entrepreneurship. We saw a rise on crafters, people that became aware of extraordinary skills, talent that they didn't have. The creative industry actually became boomed because people had to find something to monetize. You know, you get laid off, the pandemic, hospitality industry is down, nobody can travel, you name it. So tell me, what do you choose to challenge in 2021?
I choose to challenge the same thing that I've always been challenging for the past, I don't know how many years. I choose to challenge the limits in my mind.
And drop mic.
Cheers.
And that's how she
Cheers to that.
That's it. There's nothing else that you could add.
No, really, because once you challenge that, you break every other limitation.
And it's important for us to highlight the fact that we are sometimes our own limitations.
Yes.
Most of the time, we are the ones, right? I had a conversation with a client recently, and we were speaking about embodying your brand and your business from the perspective of how you're going to become aggressive.
Yes.
Because even if you have a marketing consultant on board, even if you have a social media manager on board, it's still your business.
Yes.
So at some point, you need to
Hands-on.
embody that. And you need to be the face of that business, right?
Yes.
Linda is a perfect opportunity, example for me to say that.
Yes, she
Because
is.
she has been embracing virtual space lately. Have you seen the videos?
So true story. Can I share this story?
Yes.
About
please.
the jumper?
Please.
Okay,
yes.
so true story. She was on Facebook. She does these Facebook stories.
The little snap, the snippets, yes.
Where she's dressed in it, and then she also shows the different sizes. And she has this amazing radio voice that I don't know why she doesn't love
and
it.
the $1 million smile.
And the $1 million smile. And she had on the jumper. The jumper, right? Capital T, capital H, and capital E jumper. And so I found her, I'm like, listen, I'm coming in for that jumper. It was sold. I said, okay, I don't have the funds at the particular moment, but I will be back before the week is out. She called me, she said, somebody's eyeing your jumper. I said, I am there tomorrow. We have a date. I am buying this jumper. And her unique pieces and all of that. So I really appreciate how she's embodying the online space with the Facebook and the Instagram. And I know that it makes her nervous, but even that, she's challenging the limit in her mind and therefore able to grow her business in a unique way. And she has curbside pickup.
There you go.
FYI for all of those who are, still in the COVID.
And wait, I got next thing. And we offer same-day delivery.
Oh, there you go.
And same-day deliveries.
Because at Plush Boutique we know that the woman has so many things on their plates. So we're offering you could shop.
Yep.
You could get your shop on without leaving your desk, and we will deliver it to the address of your choosing.
So then it's online as
fantastic is
well.
that?
And you know how I love online businesses. You know how I get excited about online businesses and how people embrace online businesses to support their actual business. And so I'll just kudos to you. Where's your glass? We need to cheers to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's empty. I don't know, this is a Marca again. If your glass is empty, we're just going to refill it in a bit, guys.
Sorry, La Marca, but if I have another glass, I won't be standing.
I have been a client of Linda's for over a decade. When she was at Plush Boutique, when she just kicked off this particular niche on St. Martin, she was one of the first to start it on that level, right? And I used to threat her. I know she felt a little intimidated because there were items that I would tell her, and at the time her husband, hi TQ, ex-husband, sorry. I'm sorry. That's a blooper. That's what happens when it's live.
But it's live.
You're live.
So TQ was also one of my favorite person that I used to go to Fat Divas at the time to get styled, and they would put me in some pieces and they would call me and he would say, this is something that Kenty would wear. There are certain clients and they have that relationship with the clients as well. Linda goes beyond. I remember I've had events. I tell Linda, come home, mommy, to dress me. There's that Marilyn Monroe wrap dress for
we
when
got
you see.
our stuff steamed the day of for our event because we weren't able to do that. So
correct.
The level of service is extraordinary.
And she has always been that person.
That's right.
She has always been that person. I always say that service is a gift. and it's a calling. It's not something that you can rehearse and buy on the roadside. That is something that is within you, and you have it very strongly, right? So when you cater to your clients, you go all the way. Behind. If you have to go to them to dress them up, if they have to come to you, if you have to keep the store longer open for them because they're coming in at a specific time, she does that. Not that she has to, but she understands the business, and she understands that women on the go don't always have the best schedules. I call that crazy random hours.
Yes.
and it's something that I'm trying not to do.
Are you still up?
Yeah. Like Linda, I have an event tomorrow and I don't have nothing to wear, which is usually a line that I use when I'm really desperate, because most time I do have something in my closet that I can't pull up. But I want to thank you for always being on board on whatever we're doing. I call you and you're like, just tell me what I need to do. No complication, no big questions asked. So I'm very happy to see you challenging yourself to be in the virtual space. Yay! And the more you do it, the better you'll become at it. The more confident you'll become at it as well.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it is your brand. It is your business.
But I would like to ask you, because you know I love me a good digital business, right? You know I love it when my islandpreneurs are in the digital space. Has the digital space, how has that helped you in your business?
Oh my gosh. Well, last year, as everyone knows, business was pretty much nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing happening, and my cousin Jennifer said to me, "We have to get you online." And I said, "Can you do the videos?" Oh my God. And she said, "No, Linda, you have to do the videos. You're the face of Plush Boutique."
That's right.
And I was like, "But I don't do videos. I don't do this online thing very well. Like, I'm not good at this." She's like, "Well, you're going to have to be. At some point, you're going to have to do it." So I did one video, and I saw like an increase in like interest.
Yeah.
People were coming in. I saw your video, and then I did a second one, and so I'm slowly seeing a rise in like visibility and even in the sales. Like the numbers have changed, steadily rising. I mean, we're not where we used to be in 2016 and 2015, but if we continue on this trajectory, I will do a video. As long as it's continuing to work.
But the reality also is that business is not as usual. We spoke about this last week during our sip and chat, and you was there. Thank you for coming. By the way.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I think that we said that many times. Business is not as usual. So you have to get out of that box. If you are in a box. If you're in a box, get out of it. Destroy it.
I was in a box.
Because that is not the business model that is going to work anymore. Everything has changed. If the 4 P's of marketing are now like 9 or 10.
Yes.
Okay, when I went to school, you had 4 P's.
That's
They're
right.
now like by 8.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and
that's
as we develop and evolve,
and C's.
and as we develop and evolve into this digital space, it will continue to change because the consumer is changing its purchasing pattern.
Yes.
The consumer is looking for other things. They're looking for experiences. They're looking for customer service, and they're looking for convenience. That is the most important C that you have right here. It's convenience. So you being able to drop off to your clients the same day at their office space or curbside pickup.
I have a customer that does not, she lives on the front side. She doesn't come in anymore. She's like, "Okay, Linda, I saw 3 pieces that I want."
Pack them up.
And I pack it up at the end of the day and I take it to her house.
There you go.
The only inconvenience is that sometimes the machine, the credit card machine, doesn't always work. It depends on where I am. And so it kind of puts some limitations on us as business persons here on the island because we're not able to offer the full experience of the service.
It's going to be changing soon. That's all I can say.
Well, that
I've been working on it for some time, people. It's going to be changing soon.
Good. That's good news. We need that. Why a lot of us, and for instance, the blogging industry, for me, I have had to turn clients away and down because of the online payment process. You know, that is one of my biggest nightmares in the past 5 years. I could have, of course, grown and monetized from a very early stage in the blog, but unfortunately, we didn't have that payment process available where people can pay you for posts and people can tell you, because the time you said, well, how much is your post? You give them like, okay, well, sounds good, let's do it. Can I have 5 posts per week? And you're like, can you make a bank transfer? They're like, you don't have PayPal, Cash App, something.
Venmo,
yeah.
Bitcoin.
Then that transaction already goes there, because they're not going to pay a bank transfer to an international bank for funds that is not really that substantial. Right. They end up losing more than winning. So that is not a profitable business transaction for none of the parties, especially for the one that is paying for the paid post.
Sure.
So I am happy that something is in the pipeline and is going to change.
And there's a few things that have been popping up. Some of the banks themselves have taken this initiative. And I know that on the friend side, you have more capabilities when it comes to PayPal and digital payments. So, we always think of global going to the US or going to Africa or going to Europe, but for us on St. Martin, we're privileged. Going global means going across the border. Oh, that's open.
That's another territory.
That's another territory.
Another country,
And so I think we need to just think of how we build really globally based businesses, global businesses based on St. Martin, and leverage the benefits of the two. And so there are some things I can't say too much because I'm not here incapacitated to chamber people, so I don't ask you questions.
We're here in the capacity of Women's Day celebration. Okay, so no questions.
Celebrating.
You're celebrating. I want to give a big shout out to Kaisha Peters for coming through in 2 days of me stalking her for a customized La Marca wine rack, and she came through like she always does for me. I have mad love for that girl. Thank you so much. And of course for Rick for being that support that, it doesn't matter what I ask and how crazy it sounds, they still deliver. And that is what business is about these days. We have become more demanding. We have become, everybody wants to be unique, which means that you want to have custom things made, on the go, ad hoc, sporadically. If you know me, you know that I'm always doing something that is, I don't even have a box. Not even out of the box. One box, right? I don't. That's not a lingo that I refer to. I don't have any boxes. I was telling Linda earlier that I have no boundaries when it comes to fashion and style and mixing and matching colors and all of that stuff. And she was like, yeah, but I don't want to scare the people out. Sometimes they need to be scared.
They do.
Sometimes they need to be scared because it may be a wake-up call that, your fashion sense is from 1920. And here's Plush Boutique to try and bring you back to life. Let's just be very realistic about it. And I think that the plus size community in the world is moving rapidly, changing. I mean, when you have Tess Holiday gracing the cover of People's magazine, when you have, Lisa doing things, and you have so many plus size women, political arena.
Taking fashion by the horn.
They're just taking it. They're not even using the horns. They're just running with it. Yeah. So I am really, really happy to have been able to be part of that movement. When I started the blog, I started it as an idea, concept. Had no idea what I was going to do with it, where I was going, and I put a lot of time into it. Consistency, and that's why I tell you, consistency is what's going to develop your business, your vision, your idea, your drive. Whatever it is that your goal is, you have to do it consistently. So to me, I would challenge you that if you're going to do anything, whether it's business or personal goal-oriented, do it consistently, because that is what is going to deliver some form of investment back to you, right? And you're going to see it in a long term. Sometimes we just want the fast fix or the plaster to fix something, but I think if you really take your time, you will be able to create something that is uniquely for you. So cheers, and our glasses are empty. So guys, we'll be back
mine isn't. You see, these people are slushy.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. Well, Marca is cold, guys. I'm sorry. You know how I feel about cold Prosecco. So guys, we'll be back soon. We're gonna chit chat and catch up with Aoife and Linda and see what's happening. So see you guys soon.